this back skin here. I just need to pick away at that. Let's see if we then can't get a finger in here to work it off, but you don't want this back silver skin on here. Admittedly, I am not that great at this part. I don't have nails and have a really hard time grabbing the skin. But once you get it, you just want to work your fingers under it to get it removed. And then you can try to get it off in nice, bigger pieces. Just takes a little bit of patience. Be careful with the knife. Because if you were to not take this off and you were to then bite into this once everything is cooked in the smoker, it's going to be kind of chewy. It's not the desired outcome you're looking for. Okay. Once you have that silver skin removed, you're going to want to then season pretty liberally. I do season both sides. You can either make your rub, which I sometimes do. I just happen to have this one. This one is out of Fiesta, the Fiesta brand. Bolmer's Spices out of San Antonio. Not sponsored or anything. I just really like their product. And when I'm going for simplicity, just making it a little bit easier on myself, I will use products that I don't just make 100% from scratch. This video is a little bit of a how-to, but it's not too hard. If you're just doing this for the first time, you don't want to make it too hard on yourself by adding some extra steps if you're not familiar. Now, if you already have a spice mixture that you already know from something else and you know it'll work here, by all means, right? Make it up, dish it out. And I'm just going to remove these. It just looks a little bit thick on here. Probably not the best knife choice, but it's what I had for removing the silver skin. It's what I grabbed. But anyway, set that off to the side. Anyway, yeah, so use your favorite seasoning, make your own, grab one, make it a little bit easier for yourself. But again, for the purposes of this video, some basics of how to smoke baby back pork ribs. We'll get into some of that other more difficult stuff. We'll get into making our own barbecue sauce, and then we'll be able to link other videos in the description that might work together. So if you're making a barbecue sauce for pork, if you're making a barbecue sauce for beef, and then you can just make it pretty easy and link things together in the videos. So we can look for that in the future.
All right, now it's going to be time to get the charcoal ready. I'm going to use some lump charcoal as well as some pecan and apple wood chunks. And here it looks like my match has got a little bit wet, so I'm going to have to be right back. Now, while those coals are getting ready, we want to talk here a little bit about what's the ideal temperature range. We're looking for a temperature range of 225 degrees to 250 degrees once we dump the coals into the offset smoker box in the actual smoker. So keep that in mind. That's your ideal range, 225 to 250. Now, if you guys have seen any of my previous videos, then you know I like using the meter thermometer with the app. I'm definitely not sponsored by them. I just happen to really appreciate this product. It helps take an awful lot of the guesswork out of it. You can set it for your protein and set your parameters, and it's going to help take some of the guesswork out of it in terms of where am I at in temperature, what's the ambient temperature. You're also going to notice though here that at some point throughout the smoke process, when you'll see with these little clips that I have, you're going to see two different ambient ambient temperatures. Now with an offset smoker, you might see that a little bit where one side is closer to the fire than the other. Keep that in mind. You might need to turn your protein or rotate your protein throughout the course of the smoke as needed. Just something to consider. For baby back ribs, you're going to want to anticipate about 5 to 6 hours. I like to do 2 hours uncovered, 2 hours covered. When I cover it, that's when I add the barbecue sauce. And then the last hour I like to do uncovered, and that'll just help, kind of create a little bit of a bark on the exterior of my product. Don't be afraid to try something new. Don't be afraid to try something new to feed your family something special. And remember to live life outside of the work that you do.